elation, that emotion at the end when Mo scored?
Oh, my big relief, big relief. I was really happy with 85–90% of the game. Was brilliant what we played here tonight. Dominated the game. We, especially in the first half already, but then it was always like first half, the last 10 minutes I didn't like too much. But I learned to take it because the energy level the boys put on the pitch is incredible. So, and I would say on a completely normal day we would have scored in the first half already 2 or 3 times. We scored 3 times, but they were disallowed. It's okay. And then especially after half time when we came out, we can decide the game in that period. Until 60–65 minutes we should have been up much more clear. And yeah, and then of course it's like it is. United has obviously quality, and they put a bit not under pressure, but they played a bit more football, and then we had to defend and made here or there little mistakes. Didn't use our possession well enough, and so the game stays open. That's how it is with 1-0. And then we scored that wonderful goal. The 2-0 was a very good feeling.
There was only moments to go, so when Alston's got the ball, are you thinking, keep it or throw it?
No. The things like this are clear. So when Mo was completely alone, so you have to try it, and it was a wonderful assist.
The more the game went on, were you thinking, for whatever reason, my front three, they just don't score against Manchester United? They had several chances. Bobby Firmino scores, the goal is disallowed. You must think this is all some sort of curse.
No, I don't even know. If you tell me now they don't score against United, I didn't know before. I don't think about things like this, so that there's nothing to do with the opponent. All 3 up front, all of the boys tonight played an exceptional game. Yeah, but the defending of the front three is outstanding. Situation of the game for me was when Mo was in our own box and defended there. The only problem was he passed the ball to a Man United player, but he closed the wide wing, which is very important for us. In situations like this, we defend our life, and so everybody has to be involved, and that was great. I said, all the boys, what a performance again against an opponent with the quality of United and the setup of United. It was about, I think Ola will say the same, they want to annoy us, they want to distract our game, they want to defend, they want to counter-attack and stuff like this. They had moments when they played football, but was not too often, but in all the other moments it's just difficult against them to create chances, but we did it. Wow. I mean, the manner we created chances was really exceptional. It was really the next step tonight.
Does it give you extra satisfaction when you score from a clever set piece?
So I have to say thank you to Peter Kravitz and our analysts, because they put so much effort in these set pieces. And yesterday we had a discussion after the training, because I thought it's 6 players in the box. Hendo was involved as well, and then protection by Oxlade-Chamberlain and Mo Salah. I thought we should discuss it once again, and then we did it. And at the end we stayed with what the boys told me, and so. And then in the end, it was clear, the first post area, that we want to come there, but Hendo was completely free in the second post area. If the ball is a bit higher, then he could have scored maybe. But so I take it like it is.
You've been absolutely consistent in all your interviews. You've said, look, we've done nothing, we've won nothing, we've achieved nothing, I'm not interested in records or anything like that. How much harder will that be for you now to keep a lid on it? You heard the crowd today. We're going to win the league.
Oh, they can sing that, but they sang that a couple of times in the past, I think. That's absolutely no problem. That's always like it is. Everybody should celebrate the situation, apart from us. So that's easy as that. And we have no problem with that. So it's just nothing changed. We have exactly the same situation, plus 3 points than before the game, which is great, wonderful, unbelievable, but nothing else changed. So I tell you immediately in the moment when it feels different. So far it feels exactly the same always.
So you don't feel it's another game gone, 16-point lead, is that not an unassailable lead?
I have no idea, to be honest, if we are to catch or not or whatever. I don't care. It's first and foremost, it's a Premier League. So, and if you in the Premier League, we play on Thursday Wolves. They played they had an exceptional comeback last night. They have not the results they wanted, but they have caused us here a lot of problems. They will have caused their problems. So it's the next massive challenge we face. And why should I think about more than that? I'm not smart enough to do that, to be honest. I'm not enough space in my brain to think about different things. So we will prepare Wolves, try our best, and then we will see.
Thank you, Jurgen. Well done.
Welcome.
Great stuff. Not enough space in his brain to think about anything other than Wolves on Thursday. Won't be easy, of course, going to Molineux, but everything they're just casting aside. Anything that's laid before them. Back to Arlo, Lee and Graham at Anfield.
Rebecca, this is dominance of the English top flight, the like of which we've never seen before. One draw in 22 games, the rest of them victories. And the sense, as Jeff said there, that they're singing, finally, we're going to win the league, which means that Liverpool fans, after 30 years, now believe this is going to happen. How good were they today? And they were thoroughly deserving of those points in the end, were they?
Oh, they absolutely were. As Jurgen said there, the amount of chances they created, they should have put the game to bed, especially in that 10-minute wave in the second half where United just didn't know what hit them. They were poor United at the start of the second half, but my goodness, Liverpool just had such high energy, the determination, and the focus is clear for everyone to see. And you think they've gone on a run, they've gone on this run for a season and a half, and there's no doubt it's going to continue. It'll be 2 seasons by the end of it where they'd have just absolutely, you know, cleaned up, I think, in terms of their quality and consistency.
Yeah, I think the difference now is that we're not surprised that they go out every week and churn out results like that. Churn out's the wrong word, but to keep winning and keep winning and keep winning is very difficult in this league. You heard Henderson say how difficult it is, Mo Salah, how difficult the games are, and it is, because it's a brutal league, and you've got to keep churning it out from not only on the weekends but Monday to Friday. You've got to keep the training up, you've got to keep everybody happy, you've got to keep a squad fit, you've got all those things. But I think now people are going, you know, this Liverpool side are not going to bottle, they're not going to lose this league. We said that before the game, let alone after it. They're just relentless, and every part of their team is functioning at the highest level.
Manchester United, in many ways, a desperate day for them. Losing to Liverpool is pretty bad, but then the news came through during the game that Marcus Rashford will be missing for 2 or 3 months. They're 5 points short of the top 4. Can they get into that top 4?
I don't know. I think there's lack of consistency from teams like Chelsea as well. You know, losing yesterday. You know, I think they've got a chance based on the fact that other teams are finding it hard to sort of get that consistent run that they need. But there were some bright bits of United's. I thought Martial played well. I thought the tactics had a chance, but just the lack of quality throughout the team is the standard has dropped so much, hasn't it?
Yeah, not for me. I don't see him. I think with Rashford out, I think the main threat's gone. They've got players who can deputise, but I think that they're so far off the old Manchester United, what we're used to, and it's a rebuilding process.
It is still January. Maybe a big signing on the way to cover for Rashford. We will wait and see. The three of us, Rebecca, will be back at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday for Chelsea against Arsenal. We'll see you then.
Brilliant stuff. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. You're hearing there from Jurgen Klopp, Robbie Earle, saying he hasn't got any more space in his brain other than thinking about the Wolves game. Do you believe him, or do you think, I'm not saying he's lying, but do you think he is thinking ahead, he is celebrating inwardly, but he can't, obviously, PR-wise, he certainly can't say it?
I think the latter. I think he'd be inhuman, Rebecca, to not be enjoying what's happening in this football club. But every day he walks into that football club, every day he dresses those players. Jordan Henderson said it, the manager's pushing them. He's making sure they want to be better. He's making sure the only thing they concentrate on is the next 90 game. And I said it earlier, it's like, what's the next game? OK, it's Wolves. We'll find a way to deal with Wolves. Wolves will be 3 at the back, maybe 4 midfield, 2 from. OK, we'll work on that. We'll deal with that. Whatever's been thrown at them this season, Rebecca, this team have found a way.
Robbie, you mentioned their midfield a little bit ago, and some would say they're the unsung heroes of this Liverpool team. You've got some clips you want to share with us. Talk us through them.
I think it's a good chance to do it, because it wasn't a fullback's day. It wasn't the front three's day, really. It was the midfield's day, and it was that sort of game that was very open. They had to do a lot of work in there, whether it's Oxlade-Chamberlain reaching in to work very hard. Of course, he's more of an attacking player, but under Jurgen Klopp, he's going to work hard and join that. It's It's infectious what happens in midfield. Jorginho Wijnaldum, I know Henderson picked up man of the match and was great as well. I thought he had a brilliant game. I think Graham Lasso talked about it. He was up and down throughout, and just a marvellous display, Rob, from 3 midfield players that worked their socks off to make it happen for Liverpool.
And you think a little bit about Jordan Henderson, Rob, and wasn't that well accepted when he first came to this football? Got captaincy, took over from Steven Gerrard. We're seeing those midfield players now who are servicing the front guys, giving them opportunities to score goals. And Henderson's energy, drive, will